pronunciation in your part is available, but I forget what you said. and and also I want to ask a question in your activity part, because in my memory, Miss and Mister, after that you need to use your last name, but you use your given name. So I want to ask this question: am I right or so?
Could you go to the part?
Activity part. You three. I remember there is a Mr. H and Miss Nancy. Yeah, and there also is a.
Yes, we have no idea, so thank you for pointing that out.
Can you correct it now?
Yeah, and I think you did a great job, and also your team members did a great job too. And I will give the floor to Jackson.
Hi, I'm Jason. I want to give some comment to Yizi. I think she dressed up very well and have a stable stage performance. And she's pronunciation in conversation part is clear and great. In listening practice, she explains some difficult vocabularies such as second and circular. I think it's so sweet and considerate. Finally, I have one suggestion to her. I think her voice tone is too plain. Maybe you can be more vivid next time. It will be better. But overall, you did a great job. This is the end of my comment. I want to give floor to Mingzhu.
Okay, I want to give some comments on Chen Jie today. First, he just formally and handsome today. Good. Okay. Since I knew him in high school, he always could give us lots of surprise in his presentation. Very very attractive, funny, and understandable. And I want to talk about his stage performance. He just like my role model. I want to be a presenter always. And he's very stable and strong and confident in himself. And I also like his content in high and low contest today. I could not imagine can be present like Lex. It's really cool. I like it. And the last says for your gift, and that's so sweet and gentlemen. I will use it well. Thank you. This is then our goodbye comments. I will give the floor back to the group 6.
Thank you for all of your comments. Now we are going to share our feedbacks, and I'm the first. First, in my part, I want to thank everyone that you give us so many useful comments. That is really detailed and helpful. And second, I want to thank my good member, Yizi and Chen Jie. For example, Yizi told me that I should use a different color in a sentence of vocabularies, so that it can emphasize the vocabularies which I was talking about, and it is more easier to be understood for the audience. As for Chen Jie, he inspired me a lot. I always feel very nervous when I'm doing this kind of presentation, but when we did our rehearsal, he said that he suggests that we should take it easy and use a relaxed attitude to it. So, so that the whole presentation will look more naturally. And now I feel less nervous now. And that's the reason why I want to thank Dr. Liang that she gave me the chance to work with the different classmates. And these are my feedbacks. I want to give the floor to Yizi.
Hello, I'm Yizi. First, I want to thank Dr. Liang to give me second chance to collaborate with different people. Second, I want to thank my group member. They are very efficient. Maybe. Well, because Chen Jie is a little bit busy, so maybe his efficiency. Yes. And that's why I would thank my classmates to attend here to let us an opportunity to present our performance here. And I will give the floor to Chen Jie.
Good afternoon, I'm Chen Jie. First, we still have to thank Dr. Liang for giving us this opportunity to have a presentation and cooperate with other classmates. And we have been classmates for 4 years, so for people that knows me, you'll understand that I always got my work done before the deadline, maybe 1 day or 2 days. But I will get my things done, and I will make sure that I perform well. But not everyone do things my way. They started to prepare this presentation 3 weeks before the presentation, and you can see that we are a very different kind of person. But when we put these two different kind of person together, I think things will eventually work out, just like what we did. I am pretty satisfied with what they did and what I did, and I do apologize for being too busy making money. And thank you all for giving us some suggestions, and we do appreciate. And we'll choose the best commentator, and that will be Group 7. Let's give them a round of applause. And the reason we choose them is because we think that the suggestions they gave us is pretty clear, and they have advantage because they're the second one. And Yun Xiu, Yixuan, and Yingjing, yes. I think especially Yingjing, I think when she speaks, she improves a lot. Looks more like a human than a robot, yeah. So let's come up here and give us a comment again. Let's give them another round of applause.
Hi, we are Group 7, see you again. And I'm Yixuan, they are my group members, Yunxiu and Yingjing. I will give some comments on this part again. she keeps strong eye contact and always smiles, so she looks confident. And she always repeat the answer in the listening practice. If the answer is correct, she will ask the audience what is the mistake in a sentence and how to correct it. Also, she teaches some vocabularies in listening practice, so we can realize the content more easily. And in activity 2, I think your speak is very vivid, very funny. It's my comments, and I will give floor to Yun Xiu.
Hi, I'm Yun Xiu again. Thank Group 6 for giving us the chance to be the best commentator. So I'll be focusing on Chen Jie again. First, you dressed out really formally and handsome today. It looks like a wedding house. I'm surprised when you give the pad as a reward to Minju. The competition in activity 2. Sorry. You seem furious as the poor attendee, and that is eye-catching and vivid. but I think you can add some pictures on your PowerPoint, such as the film poster of Rang's Danfei and the word of your table in page 45. The font is already a bit bigger. Yeah. The QA part is interesting because you let your audience to ask the question, not the presenter. Although some of the questions are not related to the high and low context culture, but that's fine. I think Chen Jie really did a presentation that is different from the one we used to do, and that's cool. Your booth is my comment to Chen Jie. I'm going to give the floor to Yingjing.
I'm Ying. I'm going to give some comments on Zhenyi's performance. First, she speaks loudly and vividly. Her pronunciation is also clear. Second, she maintained eye contact through the presentation. The whole process is fluent. I think it's good that she repeats the complete sentence in the preposition practice. Finally, I have two suggestions for her. First, sometimes she forgot pronouncing the S sound, like grievances and conjures. Second, she will put the before the adverb, like I booked the rooms, blah blah blah, the clearly. I think she should avoid the mistakes. Overall, I think Group 6 all did a great job, and thank you for choosing us as the best commentators. The above are our comments. I will give the floor back to Group 6.
Before we end our presentation, we would like to see if Dr. Liang have anything to say to tell us or the classmates.
About your performance?
Yes.
Okay. Or mistakes? That's very good that you asked them about the listening practice. I have a question for you. Could you go to your listening practice? Number 2. Where did that come from, Jen? Because I couldn't find Jen. Could you show us where? Where did you come up with Jen? Where?
The names we use is from a video from the senior classroom we have. So every name shown in the listening practice is.
Sometimes they make mistakes, like what you did. And they didn't have the. Could you read the dialogue? Which dialogue?
Give us a second, please.
It's a very good way to correct, but it has to be the correct answer. Could you show us where did you find the name Jen? Which page? Could you show us?
Please turn to page 121.
121. Could we read?
And if you look at the sixth line comes from underneath. You can see the dialogue of Nick. Right, I think I'm going to ask Jane to update the keynote speaker information on 14th GRI convention website. So the name Jane comes from here.
Line 6
Line 6 from underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
on the bottom.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nick asks Jen to update.
Yeah.
Clear.
Okay.
And no misunderstandings. And that's very good that you show us the vocabulary from the listening practice. But I would suggest that you show us before listening. Could Could you show us the vocabulary? Did they do that from the model video that you saw?
No.
Because this is very important. Since they are vocabulary, they might have trouble understanding. Could you repeat the words again? This word. How do you pronounce it?
Stupendous.
Could you repeat again, all of you? Stupendous.
Stupendous.
It has nothing to do with stupid. On the contrary, it means amazing, like their presentation. You made a stupendous presentation. Okay, and next one. Please read it.
Second.
Read the sample sentence.
I second that.
What does that mean? Okay, very good, especially in our meeting context. It doesn't mean number two, meaning a verb. I agree. Next one.
Circulate.
Is that a new word to you? If not, then why did you choose it? No, I will be confused. If you choose them as a vocabulary, I would assume that you didn't know what it meant.
Oh, we mean it's not a new word to us, but like each. So we decide to show them because we already know. So it's our responsibility to let them know.
All right. And next one.
Yeah, this is the last one. That's vocabulary.
You have only three.
Yes.
That's good. And there's a sentence in the listening practice. Fiona, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth line of Fiona. Could you read the last sentence? What did she say? One, two, three, four, five. The fifth line of Fiona.
Guys, let's turn to page 121 and read it together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
What does that mean? I hate calling in favors.
Doesn't like to ask for help.
Okay, I don't like to ask someone for a favor, and that's how they express it. It's very useful. Next time, if you come across something like this, also show us.
Okay.
I hate calling in favors. And on tour. Next one about Nick. I know. Could you continue? I know. What does on tour mean?
Wait, wrong.
Is that a new word for you?
Not for us. Is it a new word for you? Yes. Yes, it's a new word for them.
Then next time show us on tour.
Okay.
To happen. Okay. Any other questions? For today's lesson or for today's presentation? If not, let's give them big hands again. Thank you. And let's call it a day. Make an official ending. 我们继续报告啊，没有，他是报告，报告的啊，现在在期中考，我们没有期中考啊，就报告，我们就是接着报告。不用，因为我们 we don't have much time for that，我们就是接着报告。Or do you want to?
No. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Thank you all for giving us great comments, and that is all we have today. Thank